Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and today we're coming at you today from Rush Wars. So this is the new game. We are actually on the beta today. We have, looks like a defense report. I just opened up the game before I press record. So I kind of want to talk about the game after 24 hours of being in the beta. And somebody mentioned in the comment in the previous video of it looking like crap and stuff like that. It's understandable, guys. This is a beta, meaning that it's in testing phase. It's basically a piece of a game that's been put out by the developer, and it's a semi-finished product. And so basically they're putting it into the hands of the public for you guys to try out and see how you feel about it, see how it performs. They're doing tests and stuff, I'm sure, and they're recording stuff as well. I mean, the game's not polished by any means, and I'm playing a replay for you because there's a very clear glitch in the game in the replay. There's a troop that's going to be caught over here on the bridge. He's stuck in the graphics, and these are little things that you're going to see in gameplay that looks kind of crappy to you, and you're trying to compare it to, like most of my audience is Clash of Clans, so you guys are trying to compare it to a game that's been out for 7 years and has had a lot of stages of polishing. And Clash of Clans looked like this at one time as well, kind of crappy, had a lot of glitching going on and all kinds of stuff. So normally I try to come to you guys in a very unbiased opinion. Like, I don't try to take the side of the developer. I don't try to take the side of what I feel about the game. I try to be humbled about it. And normally what I'll do is I'll play a game and kind of see how I feel about it, on whether I'm going to continue playing it or not. I did the same things with Clash Royale. I enjoyed Clash Royale up until a certain point. I played Brawl Stars and I enjoyed it up until a certain point. And then Clash of Clans has been the one that I've spent the most investment on, obviously the creation of this channel. But anyways, so in hindsight, with this game, it's addictive in the sense that it's new, it's shiny to me, and it's something that I can't stop playing because I'm trying to gain stars. And as you can see, I've gained about 400 stars, 410 stars. And so you gain stars by both attacking and defending. So you gain stars by getting a 3-star against other bases, and then you also gain stars by defending. And so the defense piece, you can easily rack up 1,000 stars. And I'll show you a profile here in a second. Let me see if I can go find that real quick. So this is the top players in the world right now on the beta, and so a lot of this, I kind of racked my brain and I was like, how in the world are they doing it? And I'm sure there's some money going on here in the sense of buying gems. I'm sure there's some gem buying going on here, but then you also can look at their profile and see that they've done 2,420 stars they've gained. So they've been literally sitting on the game since its release yesterday, playing this much. And this is Loch Ness. This is one of the moderators in one of the Supercell moderators, if I remember correctly. But so they're obviously enjoying the game, and they're working on it and probably writing notes and stuff like that. A lot of players that are getting these betas, they write notes, they send them into the developer and try to improve the product. I mean, and that makes sense. But on the defensive side, before I stray away, let me see if I can find OJ's, because OJ posted, and if you don't know who OJ is, I'm a little surprised, because OJ is huge in the Clash Royale community, and he's brilliant, just absolutely brilliant creator. I've watched him many times in Clash Royale videos for the understanding of Clash Royale and how to play it with tiles and spacing and stuff like that. He's very detail oriented and somebody that I really look up to as a content creator. So if you look at OJ's profile, defensively, he's racked in 1,391 defense stars. So he's really got the defensive portion down with this game, and when it comes to defending his base, so a lot of his stars come from defense and not actually playing the game. As you can see, he's only got 423 attack stars. So it's a combination of both. It's not like Clash of Clans. Well, you do have the trophy system in Clash of Clans where you lose and gain, but the loot portion's different. So what I mean by that is that in this game, gold is the heart source of this game. So I can't upgrade my headquarters because it costs 5,000 gold, but then it also costs gold to upgrade your troops as well. So I've kind of valued upgrading my troops more than upgrading my headquarters. Well, actually, I haven't even come close to upgrading my headquarters, but I got a little carried away on upgrading of troops before upgrading the headquarters, so that kind of shuts me down for a little bit. I can't upgrade the HQ, which limits me from upgrading my chopper and taking taking more troops into battle, as well as placing more troops on my defense. So that's kind of a little bit of why my defense isn't really holding up very well, plus the combination of understanding the different troops. So instead of going all out and buying a bunch of gems and showing you a bunch of box openings and stuff, I kind of want to show you some gameplay because I want you to like see it for yourself. Some of you are probably riding the fence and trying to decide whether you're actually going to go through the trouble of downloading this game, trying it out for yourself, and you're really just not sure on how you want to go about it, and you might not want to do it at all. So we're going to take a look at this defense, and we'll watch the replay. And so each 24 hours your base changes. You change the layout, you have to redesign it and add the troops or the defensive placements that you want to add, plus the configuration of the base is different as well. And so this is something that I'm trying to figure out on what the best option is for, you know, troops to defend. And one of the first troops that you gain in the game, the first cards that you gain, is probably one of the most popular ones and probably most effective ones. Let me see if I can remember the name on that bad boy. Let's see here, the troopers. So the troopers, there is 5 of those or whatever in a card. So you place a card, and what I mean by that is, let me go back to my defending base. So you can go into your base and change the configuration. And so the troopers, they come in numbers of 4. So there's 4 of them in a card, and you place the card and then puts 4 troops on the map. And then you can space them out and relocate them and change where they're placed. And then you can also make adjustments to the base by removal of obstacles and removal of these barrels. Like this barrel right here freezes stuff, and if it's destroyed on your troops or their troops, it'll freeze them. It adds a completely different dynamic to the maps opposed to just walls and the defensive items like Clash of Clans. And then your base always changes. Now you can have different configurations of base designs in Clash of Clans. Well, the game has some, you know, an unknown number. I don't know how many maps this game has. I wasn't in on the whole Finland thing and the developer build. I've played the dev build, but I don't know how many maps are actually in the game. But there's different configurations of these maps, and they change every 24 hours. So you're never using the same thing twice, and it gives you a better defensive approach to this game opposed to, you know, just kind of copying bases like people do in Clash of Clans, like I do, to be honest with you. Like I just, you know, building bases is just never been one of my things. So I understand and I'm learning the different capabilities of the defensive side. And one of the things that I like about this game is that you can watch a replay and it'll give you the option to go back in and change your base. Like right here on the second attack, it says that I lost 4 gold and I gained 2 stars. This one below it shows I lost 6 gold and I gained 0 stars. So that means that he tripled my base, completely 3-starred it, and I wasn't properly set up. So I used a lot of heavy defenses here. I used the tank, and I used the mortar, and I used the gun emplacement, and a couple of mines. And so I figured out that these heavy defenses aren't going to necessarily defend very well, because with the rage effect, I can't remember exact card or what the name of that card is, but with that ability, it rages up the troops and you power through and destroy everything really, really fast. So like you can see here, once my defenses fall, it's pretty much game over. 2 of my emplacements are already gone. The 3rd mine's about to drop. And so after the replay is over, it's going to come up with this option here where it says watch again, home, and edit defense. And so you figured out, okay, well that configuration didn't do very well at all. Now I can go back and defend, and there's no time limit on it. There's not like you change the defense and then you have to wait 24 hours for that defense to take effect. It's immediate. It changes the troops out, and then you're basically set for the next round of defensive attacks. And then obviously you have to pay attention to it to see what the best configuration is that, and maxing out the amount of stars that you might be able to pull while you're offline. That's something that I find very valuable in this game. It would be something that if it wasn't for Clan War, you know, it would be valuable in Clash of Clans as well. So one of the major options in this game that I'm very interested to see how it plays out is the Domination mode. And so I've joined up over here with Echo Gaming, and you guys know who Echo is. Most of you guys probably view Echo. He created a clan in this game, and so I didn't really have a lot of people that followed me. He has a little bit more broader audience, so I joined over here with him to see how things were going to play out in this Domination factor. And I want to really see how this mode plays out. This is like your equivalent to Clan War. So far, I know that you have 3 bases that you have to set and defend. And so I've already set my 3 bases. I got to see if I can find them. I don't know how this works yet. I haven't seen it in action. Tomorrow will be the first time I ever see it in action and how it actually plays out. And then I'll obviously probably build a video off of that and kind of give my feedback on that. But this is exciting. I don't know how this is going to work, but it looks very interesting. It's a lot more than what you have in Clash of Clans, where you have your base and the enemy's base, and you attack the enemy's base. You have 2 attacks and you get it done and you're over with. And if you fail, then you know, possibility of hurting your clan. So I don't know how well this is going to be more of a team effort, communication, planning, setting up the defense properly, and so on and so on and so on. I see a lot of possibilities going on here. Here's one of my bases right here. As a matter of fact, I had to see it. It didn't have my name. It says you, which kind of, I know people in the game that name themselves you, so that could be kind of confusing. All right, so edit layout, and so I can go in. We're still under prep day, and I can go in and upgrade or shift my defenses around, make a different base layout. I can remove some things, like this would probably be a good idea to remove, because they can launch the arcade over, strike these barrels, blow them up, and do damage to my defense. Just some learning curves along the way that I've picked up as I've continuously played the game. And then it also, down in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it shows upgrades available. So it's notifying me that this troop, the plumber hole, is available for upgrade, and I have the option to upgrade it. Now, I could do that, but the problem with that is gold. Guys, gold is not in abundance in this game like Clash of Clans. Like Clash of Clans, you go out in global, you search around a little bit, and you can steal off dead bases, or you can push really high up in the trophy count, attack, and gain back. So far from what I've seen in this game, by attacking, and I'm going to put on a replay in the meantime, there is no win bonus. Like, you don't get like an actual win bonus. You 3-star, so you search through these bases, and they have an amount of gold that's in each mine, and you have a choice to either hit the base or move on to the next one. You can next in this game, but the thing is that you could be nexting a while. It costs about 5 gold to next, and if you're not really being able to, you know, gain loot as quickly as you're turning it around, you might think twice about going to the next base. So in this situation here, we've already got down one of the gold mines, and we're going after the other, and I'm going to speed this up. But the only locations that I've been able to pull gold repetitively and often is by opening chests or opening the boxes. And right now it looks like I have 4 keys available. And so you have to have these keys in order to open up the chest. And in order to go into a live attack, you go in, you select your army. And I'll finish up this video by doing 1 attack, and I'm probably going to do others later on in the live stream. So like I said before, you look at the top of the gold mines, you'll see that there's 2 gold in each. I mean, really, there's only 6 available on the base, and there's a lot of defensive things going on here. So you have to next in order to find the possibility of finding one. And I think the highest that I've pulled so far is like 45 gold off of a base. And that doesn't really equate out to much when your HQ costs about 5,000 gold. So you obviously have to push up pretty high in the trophy count in order to gain the gold that's available by winning. Let's see what we got going on here. We got a mortar, and we got 2. Let me see what I can do with this. So, okay, let's just do it. Let's just go for it. I don't really care if I win or lose anyways. I'll make it up later on. So I like to use this combination. This is a combination that I've just kind of been playing with. I've been trying new things out. I'm really not sold, and I'm definitely not going to say that this is a great or a bad army, because I really, it's still up for debate on that. So the gorilla, the tank, and hotshot are 2 of my favorite ones to use. So we got some awesome defenses here. That defense right there just put a hurting on my gorilla. The gorilla is kind of like your giant or your golem. It's a defensive seeker, but it also will target your defensive emplacements as well. I like the tank because it's brawny and it seems to be able to take on quite a bit, except for this that guy right there, the javelin dude. The javelin dude will put a hurting on the tank. It'll put a hurting on the tank, but I mean, we're only able to pull 1 star there. Really no great planning going on there, but you see now you have the rare box, and so this is where I pull most of my gold from, is from these chests by opening them up. But you only get like 5 keys at a time, and you have to wait for those to regenerate. We got 100 gold there. We're only able to pull, what, 2 gold off of the base, and that is really it. So the generation of gold, I haven't quite figured out a way to speed that up, or maybe Domination provides more. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but that is something to take into consideration later on. If you do decide to play this game, you know, where you spend the gold, spend it wisely. That way you can upgrade and possibly advance quicker than what I'm being able to do in this video right now. But we'll see how it plays out. I'm going to continue to play it over the next couple of days, see how I feel about it, see if I'm going to continue to advance in it, and I'm looking for feedback from you guys. If you're playing it, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the content today, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and thanks for watching, guys.